Hey, welcome back. If it's your first time here, thanks for stopping by. If you like this video at the end and you want to watch more of them, please make sure you like and subscribe so when I send more videos, you get a notification. I want to take a few minutes today to walk you through how I set up for a practice and how I encourage you to set up for a practice. I'm indoors here today, but whether I'm indoors or outdoors, there's a couple things that we have to do properly before we start hitting golf shots, and that's what I guess we'll call build our workstation. One thing that we need to do in practice is we have to make sure we're lined up properly. We have to make sure we know where we're aiming and where our target is. Oftentimes we're on these big driving ranges that don't really have any defined targets, and we just end up hitting balls aimlessly with no real direction. So in just a few minutes, I'm going to get set up a very simple workstation that you can go through. Here's what we're going to do. So I can get it all set up in 3 alignment rods. Okay, very easy to fit in the bag, very easy to get, very inexpensive. First one that's important for me to set up is the alignment rod for my toe line. And now what I'm doing is I'll set this alignment rod up. And what I'll normally do is I'll come behind the golf ball. And now what I'm going to make sure is that this alignment rod, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll go just in row, so I'll put my club up. I'll make sure it's parallel to the flag that I've decided I'm going to aim at. Okay, and what I might do is I might come in here a few times and make sure that it feels good. I'll adjust it if I have to, but I'm very, very picky because I'm going to be setting up based off of this white alignment rod. If it's crooked, I'm going to be crooked and it's not going to be good. So first alignment rod is always that toe line alignment rod. Next one, the orange one, I put down for ball position. Right, ball position's often overlooked, but is extremely important. And I'll be honest, a lot of people I see sometimes them not do it because they're lazy. This is an easy one that you have to do, because when I set up to hit this 7-iron, what I'm doing, I'm checking right now to make sure 2 things: that my toes are square to my white line or white rod, and that my ball position is just slightly ahead of center. Now, I know when we're outdoors on grass, we take divots, the ball moves, different things like that. But the reminder, just because it's a little annoying or takes a few seconds doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. So, white rod for toe line, we've got the orange rod for ball position. Last one, which a lot of people don't do, is one for our target line. So now what we have, and again, I'll take a few seconds to make sure that it's nice and straight. And normally what I'll do is I'll come behind and I'll check, and I'll take as much time as required to make sure that this is set up properly. But now what we have is we have the white rod for toe line. We have the orange rod for ball position. And now we have the green rod as our target line, like where the golf ball is going to go. So now as I come through this process, I walk in, I point my club face, and I make sure that my club face is square, pointing right down Broadway with that green rod. Now I set my feet, make sure that they're matched up with my white rod, and then I double check my ball position with the orange rod. So we're checking 3 main things. Where's my starting target for the ball? Where are my toes? And where's my ball position? These things are crucial in our golf swing. There's a lot of things that happen in our golf swing, a lot of things that move, but there's a few things that I consider like non-negotiables, and that's the way that we set up. Imagine an environment now where you do this 95% of the time you practice. Now what we know is you're getting very used to setting up shots, making sure that your face is square to a target, your toes are square to a target, and that your ball position is in a good spot. It's exactly what we do on the golf, or what we want to do on the golf course, but we've got to get used to training it when we practice. You get good at doing it on the range, there's a good chance we'll get good at doing it on course. So to summarize, 3 alignment rods, and in just a minute or two, whether you're indoors, outdoors, in your garage, wherever, if we want to hit good golf shots and we want to have good intentions, we got to set up a good practice station. This is the practice station that I use, and I encourage you to set up something very, very similar. 3 alignment rods, a couple of bucks, and you've got everything you need to be set up to work on your golf swing. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments down below. If you're interested in learning more about taking lessons with me, there's some info in the description. And as always, you can send me an email. It's ryan@robillardgolf.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you again soon.